Hello there, welcome back to Profneel. It's a pleasure having you here. Food plating, thaali meal service is what the narratives are all about today. Now, whenever I am coaching human resources, I don't direct them what to do. I ask them questions on, they know their work, so I ask them questions on why they do it. Because since I believe that, I practice that, we all know the answers, but somebody has to act as a catalyst. And very often I found out normally that the people who are in the service, who are doing that work, they don't think to find out why. That's not their fault. And likewise, this comes with, I recall this incident of why we serve accompaniments at 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock on a plate in hotels. Reason for that. Now, as a teacher at IHM, I was always, IHM Pusa was always particular about explaining the why and asking the students to answer that by probing them with another question, the Socrates method. I had asked those questions to many a IHM teacher and other catering college teachers. Why do we serve at 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock? I found them wanting. I asked hospitality industry managers, they didn't know, or they knew answers, but it was not convincing. But then once in 1996, things changed. We're having lunch when I was doing a stint as a marketing manager with Orphicresorts. My general manager was Mr. Akshay Chaturvedi. He was a Oberoi School of Management pass out, 1974. He also, I admired and respected him for his knowledge, and most important for sharing it, not spoon feeding it. He used to ask questions the way I would, to for letting us answer the question, find the answer within us. Because he also sincerely believed that we knew the answers. But if we don't think properly, he would just act as a key to make us open the locks of our mind. So once we're seated for lunch, and typically of us, either him or I would serve the accompaniments on the plate. Everybody opened their lunchbox and we'd serve the accompaniments on the plates for all. And one of the staff members was sitting with us, a non-hospitality industry person. He said, "Excuse me, sir, I always note that you and Mr. Chaturvedi, you and Mr. Neil, when you're serving us accompaniments, you always choose to serve it at these spots." He didn't know the terminology. So he said, "These two spots." Why is there a reason for it? Why? So Chaturvedi said, "Yes, there is." And I think, "Neil, how do you answer that?" So I said, "That is the tradition, that is the standard that we're taught. All hotels do that." Now, I was fooling myself. He knew I was fooling myself, not fooling others. He says, "Why is the tradition like that? Why is the service style like that? What is the standard like? Why is it like that? What is the reason?" So I was found gaping. So it's okay. Let's do something. He cleared the decks of all the lunch boxes, took another plate, a fresh plate, took out, uh, served accompaniments at 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, then at various combinations and permutations. He says, and then asked us, "Does it look good?" We like nonplussed. We didn't know what to say, yes or no. I was, of course, no, it's not, because for me, in my mind, it was like 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, like a horse with blinkers. It's 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Because I'd never chosen to think and find out why. Then he asked us, "With which organ do you eat food first?" All of us blurted out, "With the tongue." He says, "No, that's the third organ." Huh? Third organ? He says, there is a HMT wristwatch showroom below our office. Yes, we all said unanimously yes. On the display window, all the watches displayed there, all over the world you go, you'll find the hands of the clock are at 10 o'clock and at 2 o'clock. Why is that? What is that the reason for? Again, we found wanting. So he said, "Okay, remove all your, now on your wristwatches, change the permutation combination and try everything else. So we all tried. We couldn't find the answer. He said, okay, now put it 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and put all our wristwatches in the middle of the table. Lunch was forgotten. The hunger for the stomach was forgotten by the hunger for the mind, the learning. And then he said, now see at 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, if you put the clock's hand, what do you get to see? I was quick to jump. Say, yes, I get to see the entire dial, the manufacturer's name, the brand, the kind of watch it is, HMT quartz or HMT automatic or whatever, etc., etc. Then I get to see the beauty of the dial. Now, how do you relate this to food service, Neil? At 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, with such a beautiful analogy, would I be found wanting? I said, sir, that way went on, and my mind went, I thought of visual. A white, sparkling dinner plate, and a rich, colorful accompaniment, a gravy or accompaniment served at 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, with the lights accentuating that plate and everything served on it. It would look so inviting. So I told him that. I said, sir, that's the reason 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. We get to see the entire play. Okay, now tell me. Again, he asked. Now tell us now. Any of you, he says, which organ do you eat food with first? Okay, really? Tongue is, we failed, so we didn't know anything else. He says, why is that 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock? You just explained, Neil. Use the precise terms. Why do you serve it at 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock? You gave me the answer, but what are the precise terms? The visual appeal in 2 words. I said, oh my God, the visual appeal. So the tongue is the third organ to eat the food. The first organ to eat the food are the eyes. He says, if the eyes, the eyes fail, they fail the food test, that you will not eat the food. That's why that visual appeal. And next organ, so one of us said, the nose, the aroma. Very good. He says, that's it, exactly. So first the eyes, then the nose, then the saliva starts flowing in the tongue. If these 2 tests fail, you will not eat the food. That is why we serve it at 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, to make it look rich, to make it visually appealing, and then the aroma comes in. The person eating it feels like eating it. He feels hungry to eat it. That's the reason for the good thaali means that we give. Imagine a nice sparkling steel plate thaali with all the katoris in it, colorful. Neil, you're from Ahmedabad, Gujarati, vegetarian. So many variety of vegetarians they serve, food they serve. Only vegetarians, because Gujaratis are primarily vegetarians. You name it, all the colors of the food are there. I said, yes, that's what actually sets the tongue salivating, that look of the thali. And then I added, I said, yes, sir, so that also is the reason for, in Kerala, we serve on a green plantain leaf food. So the stem is in the middle. Above the stem, there's a gnome, or all served all the accompaniments, which is in different colors and hues. Below the stem is the rice is served. And the moment the rice, the steaming rice, is served on the banana leaf, that aroma that is generated is enough for the person to look at all the colors of the accompaniments that are served on top, a visual menu. And we discuss about the Indian experience of not needing a typically continental menu of paper, dull, dry paper. Here we can see the food. In case you want to taste it, you can taste it also. So that is the beauty of the meals of India. The plating, food plating in India. So this is how you learn from questioning, at times questioning yourself. At times you find a nice person like him who's willing to question, and you have to. And all of us, we had our lunch cold. It was a winter afternoon, but who bothered? Lunch was about 3:30 or 4 o'clock, along with the tea. But then the was served, and it didn't matter. This was far more exciting than the cold lunch. But this warmth that this knowledge created was far better than anything else. Thank you. Embrace the twist to enjoy the turn.